G'day guys, welcome back to another video. You might have seen recently Luke Garrett just became the #1 in the world for his sum of ranks in average and single across every single event. And you might have also seen he got the world record for average one-handed. Yes! Which a lot of people were saying he was the best speed cuber at the moment that didn't have a world record. But now he has a world record. Who does that title go to? Well, I want to talk about a few people today that I think deserve this title, but also you might not have heard of. They're quite popular in their own countries and across their continents, but they're not household names like Yi Heng or Felix or Max Park. You know, these are crazy good cubers that you might not have heard of. I'm going to go over 10 of some of, I think, the most underrated cubers currently competing. I'm going to start off strong with first Jin Fishard, an Indonesian speed cuber that actually just recently moved to Melbourne, so I've had the pleasure of meeting him multiple times, who doesn't have any world records, but does have 152 national records for Indonesia, which is crazy. He pretty much holds basically every national record currently in Indonesia, and he also has the continental record for FMC. He's also #5 in the sum of ranks in the entire world. He has a 442 3x3 single, 5 Asian records, and he's also #1 ranked for the Kinch ranking in Asia. If you didn't know what Kinch was, it's kind of like sum of ranks, but it's where you're compared against everyone else on a scale from 0 to 100. 100 being that you're perfect at every single event, and you're the fastest in the world at everything, and 0 would mean you're at the very bottom. Currently, First Jin has a 63.11 Kinch ranking, which puts him in 4th place in the entire world, and first in Asia. And again, no world records. But he got very close with FMC, currently probably his best event. Just a crazy all-rounder, and it would be crazy to see what he does in the future. Next I want to talk about Nungja Kuan from Malaysia. He's 12th in the world for Kinch rankings, 8th in the world for sum of ranks, and he has the Pyramix Asian record single at the moment. He's also crazy good at big blind, multi-blind, and all the blind events. I actually did a video recently about Nungja Kuan, his FMC attempt, where he did an FMC blind, where you only get the scramble, you don't get to look at the cube, turn anything, you just have to do everything in your head. And he managed to get a 52, I believe, which is absolutely crazy. Changing continents now, we got Hediato, who's the national record holder for Brazil with a 4.32 second single in 3x3. His 544 average is actually 19th in the entire world at the moment. He's crazy good at one-handed. He's been to 123 competitions, and so far, the last 34 competitions that he's been to, he's won 3x3. Now, I think that's just crazy. Absolutely one of the top players in South America, and I think he's going to do big things as well. Oh, and if you want to get any of these cubes that people are using in these videos, you can get them all at speedcubeshop.com. Don't forget to use my code for a discount. That's pretty good. Lim Hung, you might know him from having the world record average for feet with 19.90, or you might not know that because feet isn't an event anymore, so I don't really count this as him having a world record because no one can actually beat it. But he's actually really good at big cubes. He's top 10 in all of the big cubes, 5, 6, 7x7 in average and single. He has 73 national records for Malaysia, and he came 3rd in the world for 7x7 at Worlds in 2023. Definitely one of the top all-rounders for sure. Ynos Barexi is a Romanian cuber that has 98 national records for Romania, a 543 3x3 single, but he's most known for his big cubes. He's also a top player in the big cubes. He's top 10 in 5, 6, 7 as well, and he's definitely got very close to some of the world records at a few points in time. He's just slowly trailing behind in a couple of these events, so I think it'd be interesting to see if he keeps this up. Argentina. 44 Argentinian records and 11 continental records for South America. He has the #1 Kinch ranking in all of South America and also has a 4.49 second single for 3x3. He also has a sub-6 average for 3x3 as well. Because there's not as many countries in South America, people tend to not think about them as much. Apart from in Megaminx, but you know, I don't know why they're so good at Megaminx. Definitely a top all-rounder for sure. Maton, he has 65 national records for Thailand. He's 6th in the sum of ranks for Asia, and he's 65th in the world for Kinch overall. Natapat got pretty known for getting a 4.02 second 3x3 single a few years back, when that was 9th in the world. There was only a few people that were able to beat Felix. Now I think he's about 25th in the world, but at the time it was still pretty crazy, and it's still a crazy song. #6 sum of ranks in Asia is very hard to get, because Asia is one of the most competitive continents in the world. Roger Haroldson. He has the national record for 2x2 to 5x5 in single and average, and also for one-handed. He has 43 national records for Norway, and a 6.25 second OH single, which is 4th in the world currently. But at the time when he got it, it was 2nd in the world behind Max Park by 0.05 seconds. When this happened, I also made a video about this, saying that it could have been world record if he did a few things slightly differently. You should check it out. Definitely a top player in Europe, and a really interesting solver. I actually really enjoy watching his solves because they're really unique, and I think he just does some fascinating solutions that get him some really good times. Dwayne Ramos, 4.54 3x3 single. He has 11 oceanic records and 54 national records for New Zealand. Dwayne Ramos also, if you didn't know, has been the 3x3 oceanic champion twice in a row. This was 2022 and 2024, which is a pretty big feat to do because there's some pretty good cubers in Oceania, which I would definitely know. I'm not talking about me. And he's also 9th in the world for one-handed average with an 8.47 average, which is oceanic record. And finally, Magdalina Pabis. You might know Chishan Cow being the female world record holder for 3x3 single and average, but Magdalena is 2nd in the world, which isn't actually far behind, having a 4.24 second single, which is still one of the best in the world for both genders. However, Chishan Cow isn't really an all-rounder with the other events. Magdalena is #1 ranking for the Kinch rank for female. She has 3 national records and is #1 for the female 2x2 single, #2 for the female one-handed single, and #1 in the world for the female record for Megaminx and Pira average, which I think is really cool. So yeah, there you have it. Let me know in the comments if I missed any underrated cubers that you think everyone should know about. There's obviously a lot more, but I've handpicked a few that I follow quite a bit and I find really interesting to watch. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.